What is up, everybody? This is Recap Rewind. I'm J-Lag.
And I'm NB.
And this episode is recapping and reviewing Siesta Season 2, Episode 4. And it's called
Don't Come to My Trip!
Exclamation point.
And don't forget, guys, stick around for the ending because we are going to go through our recap roundups, our best moments, our best finds, our MVPs, LVPs. I know we always got a lot of them. So be sure to stick around for the ending for that.
And as always, to all our continuing listeners and our brand new ones, thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get into the episode.
I'd also just like to put it right here in the beginning.
Do it.
If you're listening to us on iTunes and you like us, and you're laughing, and we're like, yes, like come through. Bitch. Leave us a review because, guys, it makes such a difference. We've noticed in the last couple of weeks. Just please leave a review, 5 stars or whatever, how many stars you want.
Even if you're listening to it on
yourself,
YouTube, go on iTunes and do it for us.
So, yeah, thank you, guys.
Solid, y'all. All right.
Okay, let's get into it.
So, it starts right off how last episode ended, right?
At that
saloon bar,
yeah.
And Chloe is just comforting Juliette. She's like,
I'm your friend now.
I'm your friend now. I'm going to Miami. We're good to go. And Amanda just like side lurks in. And this girl has like zero
I don't like her.
freaking honor. And like she has no loyalty to anybody. Because as soon as like Chloe comes in, she's like, yeah, Chloe, you're so right. I'm like, you were literally like last episode ready to punch her in the face
and like
again.
Here's the thing, I'm all for women working it out. I'm all for the girl power. Like I don't want them to fight.
Right.
But when it happens this suddenly and this quickly, it's just like this shit is so fake. Like
it's either so
can you guys
fake
make it
or
just
these
more
girls
believable
are that two-faced.
Or they're that crazy. Yeah, no, it's true.
So yeah, either way, I'm just like not down for it. But whatever. Amanda's like trying to like make things better, and then people are noticing that Kelsey and Jared are like flirting with each other, and like they left. Like that whole thing happened at the beach like the day before. So people are like, what the F is going on? Like, are they together? Like, isn't she with her boyfriend? And Garrett's like, yo, I don't even fucking know. Like,
he's like, I'm out of that
picture. Yeah. So then it cuts to Cara and Garrett at the beach the next day. And they're on their like second
It was kind of cute.
Date. Yeah.
The date was kind of cute. They were like on the beach playing like
ping pong,
but like without a table.
Like table pong.
And I feel like they would be really good friends. Again, like I don't see that like fire
chemistry. But
I almost feel like it's because of Garrett. I feel like I don't see fire in Garrett.
Listen, I'm not gonna blame the man, but I'm gonna blame the man.
I'm like, yeah, I know you
gotta
are.
blame the man because like he if you look at his track record at the current, he's been trying with Cara, beautiful girl. Yeah. He tried with Kelsey, beautiful girl, and both times out of 10, like he just like he's not. It's not. Yeah, you just get this friend vibe. You get this friend vibe from him, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a side of him that we're just not seeing.
Maybe because it's fake. Like real talk, maybe he's just not into her too.
But like I said, he was with Kelsey when the show started, so like there was something there. Yeah. But like it's almost like he doesn't know how to be I don't know. I'm not even joking. I don't know what it is.
He's just awkward.
Or girls are just crazy, and he like has this different value to his life. You know what I mean? Like I think. Here's the thing. When it comes to dating, no matter what anybody says, they want the perfect man. They want the perfect man. Everybody wants a damaged person. He just seems too like good on the outside that like it feels boring. So you feel bored when you watch him because he's like, I just want to say in Siesta Key, I work really, really hard for my life. I have an amazing body. I'm pretty handsome. Yeah. Like he's got a lot of good things going for him. So
if he only had a sense of humor, he would have it all. I'm serious.
I don't even know what it is. I just think that like people look at that and they're like, but I don't have nothing to relate to you. Because like there's just nothing there.
Having said that, I feel like their combo was like pretty cool. Like he was like, what do you want to do with your life? Like what are you going to be?
He's like, I'm poor. What's going on with your life?
Yeah.
He's basically poor guy is just trying to have a connection with her, and he just can't get there. Like I said, he just can't get there because they're literally night and day. He's like literally been struggling and working his whole life, and she's like, yeah, I'm like rich as fuck, like whatever. And the thing that killed me the most is like he does say like, what do you want to do with your life? And she's like, I want to be a teacher. I was like, bruh?
Yeah.
I was like so confused by
I didn't mind that. I'm all about like people having dreams.
No, I'm not saying
Madison has a dream.
Let's not knock her dream.
I'm not saying that. She has an education.
She has an education. Yeah, exactly. So, but Cara wants to be a teacher, which was kind of like not shocking to me, but more like, oh, I thought you wanted to be like one of those like socialites who like have an Instagram page and like, you know, just like open a pop shop and like, you know, like I just
seemed smarter to me though. She didn't. That to me is like Juliette.
Right.
This Cara to me seemed a bit smarter, maybe because she's more quiet. I don't know. She and like the way she speaks, like it's
like
just,
being a teacher is a very humble job.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Let's just say that right off the top. So I just was very shocked by that.
Yeah.
Coming from someone who like has money and privilege and you know.
Yeah.
So
I don't think there's anything wrong with like the fact that they're so different. Like again, I think as friends they'd be really cool. Yeah. It's just like I don't feel that like sexual chemistry, and then like even there's like a fake ass moment where like
there's a moment where like they're like right in front of each other's faces, and I was like, how many times did you guys have to do this take? Because like you guys look awkward.
I think it was because like she
time.
like hit the ball and like it fell like close to him, so then like they both went for the ball, and then they're like,
and then they both like slow motion turned around. I was like, I can't with this dumb music in the background. Like it was just so extra. So then it cuts to Brandon and Carson. They're like getting ready for Miami. Everybody's getting for
Why is
Miami.
Carson in the show?
Like, why is he here?
He's so
like
annoying.
He just jumps in
Brandon,
with his like dumb commentary, and I just like don't even care about it anymore. Like that's the thing. This show makes me feel so fucking old because everybody's so
and like
young.
we're not that old, guys. Okay,
yeah, we're not that old, but like these guys like make me feel old.
It's not that they make me feel old. They just sound so ignorant and dumb.
Like just children.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like even like after Carson makes a couple of comments and I'm like, you sound like such a loser. Like, oh, like you live in a bubble or something. And I guess they do. Like I guess he has his whole life. Like I don't know.
Bubble.
Yeah.
So they're just getting ready, and then it cuts to Cara, Chloe, and Canvas just randomly having a conversation. But like the most random thing about this was the fact that Canvas was sitting in the corner.
Canvas. It's just like the most randomest thing.
What is
but
she
I love
doing
her.
There? So they kind of recap Garrett and Cara's relationship currently,
and like Cara was down. She's like, second day.
She's like, it was cool. I'm like, he's cool. Really? Like everything was fine. But then by the end of the episode, like she's like, you know, we're just friends. She fully just uses his tongue. So then he says, no, there's one part where Chloe says like, P.S. to Cara, I'm friends with Juliette now, so like sorry about it.
So like sometimes like you can't come up to me in public because I'm Juliette's friends. So
what do you think about that? As a girl,
ridiculous.
Not to like put you on the spot, but like that whole scenario and that whole thing. Have you ever been in that situation? And then what do you do? Like,
I think so. But like maybe when I was younger,
right?
So I probably played into it because I was stupid.
But do you like, have to take sides, or do you play
kind of
Sweden? Like, what do you do?
I think so. But here's the thing: like, Cara hasn't really done anything yet.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, unless Cara did something crazy and shady, then I'd be like, okay, like take sides,
right? Draw
the line. But she hasn't, so it's like. Chloe's like, if you come around, I won't be able to talk to you. And Cara's like, but I haven't said or done anything. Like, can you guys chill for a minute?
Yeah. Like, and that's the thing. Like, these are the moments where I'm like, it's either so fake or it's just like a weird chemistry dynamic. Yeah. Like, why does it have to be this weird? Really?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, really, Juliette's making this such an awkward conversation.
She makes it so much bigger than it is. Yeah.
And everybody's just out here feeling
I'm all about fake drama. Like, it's cool. Like, in the Hills and Laguna, there was always, like, fake drama. I'm sure that was, like, exaggerated. But this is so dumb that it feels so fake.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just, like, I'm not believing it. So can you guys create some other type of drama?
It honestly is such a good mashup between the Hills and, like, the real world. Because you feel like you're being put in these scenarios that the production sets you up for. This episode specifically, where like they go to Miami, and like you're telling me that the production did not pay for literally everything. Like that's a lie.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you get this Hills vibe because it's supposed to be this reality TV show. But there's so much scripting stuck in the middle of all of this that everything just feels so fake. Like everything feels fake. Yeah. And you made a good point. We were talking about it offline, and you said like, you know, at least with the Hills, it felt a little authentic because they had history. They really did have history.
They had it like their friend squad was actually a friend squad. And don't forget, like the majority of the show, like it centered around the Heidi and Lauren drama, which was all real. Yeah. So you're creating a show, or the show now is going off of this huge drama fight. So it felt like that was real, and it was real.
Right.
Everything else was probably a little bit exaggerated. Exactly. Right?
Yeah.
But this at the core of what this argument is, Juliette being mad at Cara, like it It's not holding for me.
And then on top of that, the cast is like live tweeting me like, ooh, she said that.
Yeah,
ooh.
and I'm like,
but you were there.
A, it's been like 8 months since you guys shot that scene. And B, like you guys even know it's fake.
Yeah.
Like, cut the shit out.
Cut the shit out. But I mean, whatever. I guess they can't say anything about it, right?
It's probably in their contract to like live tweet.
But that's the thing, like at this point in time, MTV can't think that we're this stupid.
That's what I mean.
Just
like give me a bit more.
Like play into the fact that it is fake, so we can just be like, all right, everything's fake.
Like,
let's move on.
Like one of the things I was telling Jay, like I was like, I wish they had just said from the start, like, hey, we're going to Miami to do press for the show that we're on. Everyone knows we're on a show. We're gonna go to do press. Everyone is coming. Like Cara, Carson,
right?
Like everyone's
like
coming, even though it might not make sense.
Like
they're all coming.
Yeah.
But instead, it was like this is Juliette's like graduation party or whatever party junior like year I finished because I guess she needed a party for that. And they're like everyone else can come and like it's just like. Half people wouldn't even be there if this was a real like part like a vacation.
So don't lie to me and make it seem like we're all like best friends and like Cara's gonna be the part of the
just
drama.
Just say it like it is.
Exactly.
It's a press tour or whatever. You know?
Press tour to Miami. So anyway, they're talking in the bedroom still, and Canvas just like randomly pipes up, and I was just like, "Girl, everyone forgot about you." And she's like, "Yeah, I guess I can't go because like I just want to stay here and whatever." I'm like, "Don't worry,
yeah, like
nobody
it's okay, like you're forgiven." I love how Chloe was like, she had like her Kris Jenner glasses on.
Oh yeah,
and she was like packing. She's like, "Darling, honey," she's like, "You better be careful with that girl. Like, just make sure her." I'm like, "Since when did you become the voice of reason, Mom?"
Yeah,
like
seriously.
you're shit show yourself.
Well, that's always the situation I think with Chloe. She gives good advice, but she just does not know how to take it herself.
Yeah.
But like she was like, I want to hang out with this girl Tawny, like her coworker, which we did meet last episode during Brandon's party.
I didn't realize that was her. Yeah.
So she works at the bar with her. Anyway, so that ends.
So many new characters.
And then it cuts to Madison and Kelsey, and they're getting ready. And Madison's just like over it with Ben, right? Because this trip he's coming, but at the same time, she's like, I want to put my foot down because this can't be like the same thing over and over again. Like we had a bad conversation last time.
They were doing this for like 5 to 6 years.
Yeah. Like,
that's a long ass time to like just
that's a lot
fuck around and like not know what you guys are.
Right, exactly.
Holy cow.
So a part of me is like, is that for real though, or were you guys just really good friends for 5 years? You know what I mean? How could you just be really good friends with a girl for 5 years?
Yeah, no, that's bullshit. I mean?
Anyway, I just so at least Madison's kind of taking the right direct. Did you think that she made the right decision in that moment to be like, he's gonna like know my intentions?
I mean, yeah.
And kind of seeing how everything. We can talk about it.
We'll talk about later. Yeah.
So anyway, Kelsey on the other side of it is just like such a shit show.
Yeah.
Like
she's like, I don't know what people are saying that I'm cheating on my boyfriend. Like it's really crazy. Cause like I was definitely not on the beach naked with Jared. Like I don't know what everyone is saying right now. Like
and then Madison's like, here's my Snapchat. Look at what's going on, and there's so much proof that's going on. Like, what were you doing?
She's a train wreck this season. I'm just not feeling her at all.
I don't know if I'm just not feeling her or if it's so fucking fake. Like, it is so like pushed into this conversation where we talked about it last episode. She is that girl, the one who maybe like 100%. Gets herself into a situation that
attention
like
seeking
adds the drama in her life. Whatever.
But like real talk, like her and Jared did have chemistry. They did,
and they did kiss.
They did.
Like, let's not lie.
Yeah.
Like, she does reveal that there was a kiss that happened at the end of the episode, so we'll talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, like just because you're like gallivanting around town with a guy at the beach, like no boyfriend would be cool.
The fact that because she's like I didn't have time, the fact that you even went to the beach alone. The fact that you went to the beach alone with him already is like cheating, essentially. Like,
I mean,
not cheating. No, but if you found out that your boyfriend went to a beach alone with another guy, and like you'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing there?"
You weren't there, you know, like you're going by yourself with
that's
this
what
guy.
I mean.
You don't just do that anyway. Whatever. So that happened, I guess. We cut to Miami, and that fucking suite, man. Like big ups to MTV Production Studios because that was like the nicest suite possible. / like Alex, I guess maybe pay for it. Who knows? But like, he was like, "You like it, baby?" And she's like, "I'm so rich." And then Ben shows up, and he's like, he's there, and he's lit, and he's ready, and Madison's so happy about that.
He's ready.
He's ready. And she lays it down right at the top, and she goes, "So you have your room. I have my room, and we are not sharing rooms.
He's like, bitch, what? He's like, I flew in from freaking Houston, Texas. That's tight. What? Okay, I really want to know what you think. I want to know what everyone's thoughts are, first of all, on this. Please comment under the video. Whose side
Madison,
are you on?
let us know.
Madison, like, girl, lurk in and, like, say, like,
give
what
us
the
a tea.
was the deal. I saw her tweet, so she was like, guys, like, what's going on? Like, what's the big deal?
What's the problem?
Yeah, like, she was like, why is everyone making such a big deal out of my choice?
I personally don't think that there's a problem with that, just because if you're being jerked around that often,
right,
you do have to put your foot down. And I think she was just sending a message in that moment to be like, listen, you want to come fly for me? Cool. Do you want to be with me? No. She used this moment as an opportunity to say, if you want to be with me, then you got to put a fucking ring on it, bro. Like, I mean, not a ring, but you know what I mean? Like, you got a title.
So here's the thing. In the moment, I was like, no, she's right. Like, whatever, who cares? But then I was like thinking about it, and I'm like, no. First of all, the fact that you did that to him was so tight. Like, if you don't want to share the room, don't even invite him on the trip. If you just don't know where you guys are in your relationship,
I mean, let's
and
be
you're
real,
having these things,
the MTV production company invited me on the
I know,
trip.
but you know what I'm trying to say? Like, don't even get to that step. Then don't even invite him on this trip.
Yeah.
You get the guy to come all the way to like Miami, and then you lay it down. You're like, by the way, we can't even like.
I mean, we can't really
know.
We can't really know like what their situation was in between all of this, between both episodes. So my understanding and my assumption is like, yeah, he came to see her for sure, but at the same time, she needs to use this as an opportunity. Like, yes, maybe she used it as an opportunity to get the answer that she wanted, and she might have.
I'm just saying what she could have done. A different way. That's what I'm saying. I think what she could have done is like, let's say this is not fake. Let's say this is all real. Yeah. Of course, she could have texted him to be like, hey, when we get there, like, we're not going to share a room. Like, I want you to stay somewhere else, and I'll stay somewhere else.
Right.
But we can still like come in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If she had said that's different, because then he's not surprised when he like flies in and gets there and he's like, wait, what? Not sharing a room?
Right.
You know what I mean?
But I don't think I had an issue with it at all. I didn't, just because I feel like I would play something like that too. Only because I think that she played it smart. She was getting what she wanted at that point in time.
But that's like almost like you're putting
him in a hard spot.
Forcing him to say to
You're not forcing him to listen. You're not forcing him to do anything. You're putting a little bit more pressure on the situation because she's been dealing with this for 5 fucking years.
But then get over it. Then don't invite him to Miami.
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know if
you're like choking him down, and then you're like, make your decision now. See what I did? I just it doesn't feel natural. It doesn't feel natural, and it's not a genuine thing. Like, don't get me wrong, she did it. It's cool. I'm not saying like she shouldn't have done that. I'm just saying it's not coming from a genuine place of you're trying to get your answer.
But he makes that choice too by the end of the episode, where he decides you're hoping at that point in time he's not doing it because he's feeling pressure. He's doing it because he actually cares about her.
Yeah, I hope
you know what I mean? And I think that in a situation with Madison, she's right. She's been hurt before. She's had to deal with this dumb shit before. She's trusted someone solely right off the top, and like, look where it got her. So like, I understand what her intent was. Do I think that she should have played it that way? Not necessarily, but I understand why she did it, and I can respect her for that. I don't think that like it was a shady move at all, and I think that like it is what it is. Like, what can you do? Right? Yeah. Anyway, I'm like, at the end of the day, like, all this could be good fucking.
That's what I mean. Like, it's probably so, like, even at the bar, she was like, we're still fucking. Like, so that's not an issue. Like, who cares? Then I don't know. Maybe it was just like a production thing that they did, like they mapped out the rooms like differently. Like the guys just slept in one wing and the girls extra drama. Slept in one wing.
If Ben just
knows?
Like, listen, if Ben just showed up and they're like, oh, we're gonna share a room, there would be no drama for Madison. Like, it's just true. It's all just about like keeping it could be totally exciting. Fake. Whatever. They probably didn't even. They probably did share a room. Like, for fuck's sake.
Seriously.
So then back at Siesta Key, Tawny and Canvas are just like talking it up. Like, they're just like flirting it up and having a conversation, and she's trying to get herself in with Tawny Canvas. Right. So what do you think about Tawny?
I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what to think of her. Like,
she's like, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if I think that she's like, just seeing her conversation with Ben like last episode, and like, I didn't know where she was coming from. Like, what is her intention? Like, who is she as a person? I'm assuming she's bi, just like Canvas. So like, it's very like, I don't know, because by the end of the episode they do kiss, but
they hooked up. They like the way up. Like Canvas says it, like they hooked up.
Oh, they like did stuff.
I think so.
But I don't know. She seems like a bit of a firecracker, which could be kind of exciting. But at
like,
the same
if
time,
you want to compare her and like Paige, I definitely like Paige and Canvas way more.
Why?
That's because I feel like Paige seemed more like genuine, whereas like this one's more like I don't know who you are.
100%. Yeah, she doesn't even know who she is. Yeah, that's the problem, true. Right? Like when you don't know who you are, you're just like, I'm gonna make out with anybody who
or
likes
like they're
me.
just hooking up, so like it's no big deal.
And she said it herself. She's like she likes like that kind of like attention around her.
Yeah,
so I'm
she needs like.
Red alert, red alert.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, totally.
As soon as you hear that,
Canvas is like, oh, yeah? Okay, let's
she's
go.
Like, okay, I'm going to kiss you later. And bad idea. So then it cuts to back to Miami. And this is the most awkward trio I can probably safely say. Ben, Brandon.
Oh, my God.
And fucking Carson.
Yeah.
Like, just sitting at the bar, just talking it up. Like, so Ben is obviously complaining about the fact that he's not sleeping in the same room.
Right.
And Brandon's just like, yo, like, I know because
he's
like,
don't let her do what she did to me. I'm like, what did she do to you last year, you idiot? You like, freaking cheated on her.
You did everything wrong. Like, and like that's the thing. Like he was so happy. Do you remember that party last season where like he met Ben for the first time and they'd broken up at that point and he was like, yo, I'm gonna come for you or whatever. Like, watch your back.
God, I forgot
and
about
Ben's like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Yeah. And Carson's like, bro, like just be a man and like do what a man would do in this manly situation. You gotta just take what your manliness is. I'm like, shut up, like Abercrombie and Fitch fucking bitch over here. like please
guy,
stop.
Like when he started saying those things, I was like, when people use that as a reason to be a certain way, like bro, be a man, like you can man up, bro.
Like shut up. What does it have to do with anything? Like they're working it out.
Like, well, like carry her over your shoulder like a caveman
like,
and pull her into
your
cave.
Break the door down and go into her room. Is that what you mean?
What's going on? No wonder this shit happens in colleges and universities and fucking states, man. So then it cuts to Chloe and Garrett, and Garrett's like. So poor guy. This poor guy just like wants to hang out. But I want to know your thoughts on this whole storyline. He's like, I think I'm gonna call up Cara, and Chloe's like, no, don't do that. That's not that.
She's like, I am now friends with Juliette. I'm gonna leave this conversation. She's like, don't ask me any more questions. She was like terrified.
Yeah, she literally, she's like, I do not endorse this conversation. I'm gonna leave. And Garrett's like, deet, 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 deet. So he calls Cara and he's like, come through. And she's like, basically already ready. She's like, I'm gonna be there tonight.
She's like, I'm literally in Miami right now because I'm so effing rich.
And I was like, this is so fake, man.
First of all, why wouldn't she just come from the start? Yeah. Like, why invite this girl when you're already halfway through the trip? Like, it makes no sense.
And also, since when is Garrett the shit disturber of this conflict, of this thing? Like, since when is he the one that's like, I'm gonna break the rules, I'm gonna do some drama? Yeah. Like, Garrett is so basic that like this is so unbelievable to me. So
would you, like, if you were Cara, what would you do?
Well, okay, one of the things that he did do that I was like shaded by was he does say like everyone's good with it. And she's like, are you sure? She's like, are you sure everyone's good with it?
She's like, nobody has a problem with it? Like, Juliette, like, knows and she's okay. He's like,
yeah. Yup. Yup. And, so that was the one thing.
So fake.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it if I was Cara. Because she already wasn't officially invited.
Yeah. First of all, everyone's going on this trip because they're so effing broke. And they're, like, getting a free trip to Miami. Yeah. But Cara's not broke. Cara can, like, live in Miami if she wants to. So, like, like, I just don't think she should have gone. Like, it's just extra.
I mean, it's extra production drama. So I get that, why she was there. But I don't know. I was down for her to come. Like, what's the big deal? Yeah. I didn't think there was a big deal with it. Would I have gone? I wouldn't. Okay, listen, though. At the same time, I probably wouldn't have gone just because of the fact that, like, like 90% of the people, you probably don't give a shit about.
That's what I'm trying to say.
And
like,
on top
it just
of that,
feels so fake.
The 10% hate you. So, like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Anyway, but I guess she was going for Garrett. Sure.
That's what I mean. If the premise had just been from the start, we're going on a press tour for Siesta Key, the show, and everyone needs to be there, it's different. It feels more like, oh, okay, they're definitely all like forced in this situation. They gotta go. Yeah. This just feels so fake. Right. And like it's a setup.
She's like the Angelina of fucking Jersey Shore, just like jumping into the conversation. So then it cuts back to Miami.
Yeah.
And it cuts back to Siesta. Sorry, we're in Siesta now, and Tawny and Canvas are just like having a good time. They're like up in each other's faces, and finally they kiss. So then
they're like dancing and like whatever.
Dance Revolution, and then whatever they kiss. So that happens. Canvas gets it in. Good for her. Then it cuts back to Miami, and Garrett basically tells everybody they're on the rooftop, and Garrett's like, so I invited Cara. And
they're like, what the like you barely got invited. You're inviting someone else.
She like loses her fucking mind on Garrett, but at the same time, and this is why I think this is all either fake or stupid or whatever, Juliette looks like she's like dying of laughter.
Yeah, like she's legit laughing.
Like, laughing. She's like, I'm so angry at you. She's like,
you better kill her. Oh, you guys can't see our faces, but she's like, you better kill her. Like, and she's like, oh. She like can't even keep a straight face.
She can't keep a straight face.
And Alex is like, this is so ridiculous.
Yeah, and then Garrett's like, what's my line? Like,
like,
what do I say now? So yeah, she's pissed off. So you tell me the tea on this whole situation. Let me know why you think that this situation is bullshit.
Why I think it's fake?
Yeah.
Because she's like laughing while she's like acting angry. I don't understand why she hates her so much.
I don't understand why she hates her so much, and I didn't understand. For one, I didn't even realize that this is like her graduation trip. Like I didn't even know that was the reason why.
Not graduation, even like it's
end
like
of year,
end of junior year.
Right.
Her boyfriend like took her to Miami.
Yeah, so I didn't know that was the reason why they were there in the first place. But then that also begs the question: why is everybody else there?
That's what I mean.
Like, who is Carson to Juliette?
Exactly. Who's like, Brandon to Juliette? Who is? I don't know, like even
everybody,
everyone, Garrett.
Like, who are they?
Like, why are they there?
Like, that's your ex-boyfriend. Do you think Alex has a problem with that?
Exactly.
Like, when the tables are turned,
fake too.
And that's the thing that kills me is like when the tables are turned, Julia doesn't see that there could be an awkward this on the other side, but like obviously the guys don't give a shit. And
like
also
no
like Alex feels no way about
like
Garrett.
No shade to Juliette, and honestly, like I'm not gonna sit here and talk and say this person's like the smartest, most beautiful, most angelic person in the world. I'm not going to do that because A, I don't know who the fuck she is. B, from what I see on this show, she's absolutely ridiculous. And if I was her, and I get it, this show, it's fake, it's made up, there's fake drama. If I was her though, I would say, bro, give me those like storylines. Let's just make sure it makes sense. Yeah. Like, let me hate this bitch for a real reason. Yeah. Not like because she's just physically in my vicinity.
Unless she's that threatened, which I'm not surprised by. I'm really not surprised.
Well, then it's a real storyline. then she's so crazy.
she's so crazy.
She's got issues.
And it's even worse.
She's got really, like, she's got real, like, there's some insecurity up in there.
Is some insecurity? Like some by 200%. But do you know what I mean?
Like either or. Same with that thing with Brandon. Like either or, it's like
it's true. You're putting yourself into a situation that makes you look like a fucking psycho. So you might as well make it fake, and
make it feel real. Like if I was the psycho of the season, I'd be like, give me the sickest storyline. Like make me like I fucked her dad or something. Like some crazy shit, you know? Like where you're like, yo, I hate her. But like
the fact that she's outright hates her, like it's just
she's
like
there.
Because she lives, she exists.
And then she might flirt with Alex again.
Like bro, relax. Like that's a little
like he's
bit
almost gonna marry you. Like just be more secure in that.
Yeah,
know?
Exactly. And here's the thing. The funniest thing about this whole situation is Alex is sitting there.
Yeah, he didn't say.
No, he does.
What does he say?
This guy is the entire episode. I kind of felt for him this episode. Literally the entire time. He's like, babe, chill. Babe, chill. Babe, chill. He doesn't call her stupid. He doesn't call her. Like, this episode finally.
He's like, let's go make a drink. Let's go make a drink.
Yeah, he's literally trying to pull her away, being like, calm down. Even when she like leaves in a huff in this moment.
How does that turn you on to a person? Like,
and that's the thing. I'm like, damn. In a sense, he does have the patience to put up with that shit.
I mean, he's been dealing with it. So like,
bro, like, yo, you guys are so toxic together. Anyway, so that's the night. Because she's coming the next day, I guess, right? So then it cuts to Siesta Key in the AM and Canvas and Jared at the bar. And I was like, I didn't even know Jared was friends with Canvas.
They were I love them together. They were really cute
as
friends.
Cute. They were like cool fake friends / real friends. I don't even know. But like they seemed like they had a good chemistry, like friendship wise. And Jared's like, yeah, he's like catching her up on the drama. And he was like, yeah, we like took pictures and like whatever. We were like on the beach and stuff. And then Canvas is like, you know what, like whatever, like I just like kissed some girl and I'm like, we're like good together or whatever. I'm making her sound like she's like a ditz, but she's not. She really isn't. But yeah, they're just catching up with each other on the drama, and then it cuts back to Miami because like this is the more boring story.
Yeah.
And so Garrett and Cara show up, and it's like the morning, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, we're here.
They looked mad cute, I have to say. They looked mad cute. She was kind of wearing like a shirt that looked like his shirt that he was wearing. Yeah. So they were kind of matching in like a cute way. I was like
feeling it.
I was feeling it, but then I'm like, wait, they have no chemistry.
You're like, but
yeah,
no.
Yeah.
So Juliet's like at the bar as well, and so I think they're still on the way, and she's talking to Amanda, and Amanda's like, I hope he's not dumb enough to like bring her to this bar.
Yeah.
And
she's
Juliet's
like, he is.
Oh, but
he definitely is.
I was like, it's so tight.
Do you think, random question, do you think Juliette and Garrett like hooked up?
Yeah.
In real life, for real.
100%.
You think they had sex?
Who wouldn't want to just try that out? That little vanilla popsicle out.
No, for sure. But
he's not even like a soft serve. He's like a popsicle. Like he's like
hard AF.
Popsicle.
But I was just curious. So you do think they hooked up?
Yeah. They're both hot. Like, why wouldn't you? Like, just try it
Garrett.
out.
He's like weird, I feel like.
Yeah. So, yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I keep forgetting that they had a thing for a hot second. But
yeah. No, I always forget about that. That's why I'm like, did they hook? Like, what happened with them?
Whatsoever. But it's just funny. And then suddenly Chloe is like backing Juliette like a million %. She was like, I don't know what to do. I'm kind of
like I will die for you, Juliette. I will take a motherfucking bullet in my chest because I'm such good friends with you right now. Like calm down, man.
2 episodes ago, you were literally calling her fucking batshit crazy and saying that she's a psycho, and now you're like literally like sucking her dick.
Yeah, and like the part that annoyed me more was like, if Cara comes, like I'm not gonna be with her. I'm gonna be with you, Juliette.
Like, I have
like now my
it's with
you. Like that's what annoyed me. I was like,
we're just pure sighing this whole time. Anyway, so then it cuts back to Siesta real quick. Let's just get this over with. And Kelsey,
the way Kelsey comes into the scene. So Jared's like pure like chilling at the tiki bar. He's like sipping on a drink. She comes in like storming,
and the music is like,
she's like, I gotta talk to you right now. I was like, oh my god, she's gonna lose it.
And she's like, listen,
Canvas. when Kelsey walked in, Canvas was like, oh shit, and like she went to like get more drinks. I think like she was like, yo, they're gonna need like alcohol after this. Like,
yeah,
for sure. Her face kills me.
Oh man. So she's like, she leaves the situation, and Kelsey like right at the top, she's like, if you didn't know from episodes 1 to 3, I have a boyfriend.
He's from Arizona.
Like she says it 7 times as part of the episode, and then you find out that she was kissed by Jared.
She was kissed by Jared? You made it sound so romantic. She was kissed on her forehead by Jared.
She says, you kissed me, and I like walked away from the situation.
Yeah, no, she's like you kissed me, and like I didn't want it, and I walked away. He's like, yeah, but you kissed me back, and then you left.
And then
I loved his attitude in this whole conversation.
I mean,
because he was very confident.
Yeah,
he's like, I still want you. He didn't even say like we're done. He's like, we had chemistry.
I'll see you again.
Like,
he's like, you're gonna pretend that like we didn't have any chemistry.
I was like, oh shit, that's pretty hot. Like,
yeah, it's pretty sexy.
He's like, your man can come, but like, I'm still gonna fuck you. I was like,
and he's like, when you're done with that long distance shit,
yeah,
come yeah.
He was so confident. I was like,
I was so into it actually. And like that's the thing. Like, I don't know if it's just like Kelsey's a bad actress or what, but she's like, this better not end because of you. I was like, is the freaking teleprompter right behind you? Because that line just seems so fake, and like the way she says it just doesn't everything about this. Come to the tiki bar. Come and attack him. Like everything just seems so forced.
Yeah, because it probably is.
It probably is.
Yeah. But regardless, like Jared ends up on top,
through, and he was
and I was like, "Yo, he
gonna
get it now. He can get it.
He can get it
because that guy did not give a shit about Arizona."
I was into it. So anyway, Miami, Cara shows up, and she shows up to this bar that they're at, and yo, Polly.
Okay, I know.
I know what you're about to say.
I know you hate Polly, but in this moment, I was like, they actually have chemistry, like whether it's romantic or friends. Like he was like, girl, I miss you, like where you been at? And she's like, I'm here. Like it was they were cute together. Like they were talking as if like they've known each other forever, and
which they
have, right? I don't know. I felt like it was a real moment.
I'm sure it was a real moment. And don't get me wrong. I think one of the things about Pauly and why people don't want to just drop kick his ass out of these groups is because of these moments. Because he has a level of charm to him that is exciting. And then he turns around and says something like, oh yeah, but like Juliet's right over there. Like
don't get me wrong, he wasn't hot. It was just like
he starts it off very cool, and you're like, come here, and then she was like, I'm so like I miss your like crazy ass, whatever. And then he just turns it into like as soon as he turns it into a drama filled situation, I'm just like, stop talking, Pauly. I'm done.
But actually, it wasn't him that said that. It was Alex that was like, you better go say hi to Juliette.
Well, he asked very nicely. Actually, I was very surprised. He was
it was so freaking weird.
Can you please? He says, can you please? The funny thing is
really
like
weird.
She was literally
she was right there. That's why I was like, this is so weird. It's so like, awkward.
So, and he was yelling. So I was like, he was yelling. So I was like, can she not hear that? He's asking Cara to do that. Like, come on, this is so weird.
It was like the dad being like to the daughter, like, go say hi to that uncle. To
everybody, yeah, the weird uncle.
And then Cara's like, okay, dad.
So she says, and I felt for Cara in this moment because she said, she's like, you look beautiful today. Like,
yeah, but that was so fake. You don't even say hi to her, and then you're like, but you look beautiful. Like, I don't believe that. You didn't even say hi to me. Like, it was fake. It was so fake.
These are the little like girl nuances that I don't catch because I thought it was pure genuine.
No, are you nuts? You know, the first rule to like fakeness is like when you say hi, like you give a compliment.
Oh, okay.
Because like you're searching for the compliment. Like, what can I compliment her on? Her hair, her clothes, her shoes,
you're like,
eyelashes.
The weather's nice and it made you look pretty.
Yeah. She's like, you look so pretty. But like, why didn't you just say hi to her from the start then?
Right. That's so awkward. So anyway,
and Juliette didn't even care. She didn't even say like thanks. Like,
she's like, fuck that shit, whatever. And see that. Okay, so that kind of changes my perspective a little bit because I was like, why is Juliette being so crusty? Because I was totally, like I said, I was totally into like what Cara was
even the way Cara said it. And look, I love Cara. I'm not saying like she shouldn't have said it. Yeah. She's just like, you look so pretty. like it's killing her to like say the words. Like I can feel it.
Like gritted teeth.
Yeah.
Like,
she didn't want to say it.
So anyways, then it cuts to Madison and Ben, and they're kind of in the corner of the bar, and everyone's literally like yelling, yelling at them, being like, "Yo, like you brought him all the way over here, like you didn't. You're not even like, yeah, it's mostly Pauly.
It's like you're not even in the same bedroom.
Yeah, that's my Pauly accent. So." Like mostly him calling him out, but then like everybody's saying.
Then everyone's
it
like, "Oh shit!" Like, Alex is like, "Wait, what? Like you guys are not even in the same room, fucking?" Basically, like it's that question.
And I kind of felt bad.
I felt so bad, but I feel like Madison pulled it together so well. Like she like hugged Ben right away. Like he wasn't even like mad or anything. He was just like kind of giggling or whatever.
Yeah.
And she was like hugging him, and they're like, "Don't worry, like we're still fucking." Yeah, and even Amanda was like, "They're still fucking, okay?
Get over it." Yeah.
I think with Ben though, you know, that whole room situation, I think it was for me, I was impressed with the way he handled it all, and like that he wasn't mad at her. He didn't get annoyed by her. He still like stuck it out and was like, this is still my girl, like we're still gonna have fun together. We're in Miami. So I like that.
And I think that if like just going back to that, I think that if that was her test for him, then he passed it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So like him being calm enough to be like, okay, don't worry. If he wasn't like, you know what, fuck this, I'm gonna go fuck like 3 girls tonight. Whatever.
And like he even said, he's like, I stayed out late.
Yeah.
She went to bed early.
Yeah.
So like even that didn't really cheese him. Like he was still
and
like,
it didn't
whatever.
face her either. Also, they're probably just like Loki in the corner, just like laughing, being like, we tricked
like
them.
fake drama. Totally.
Fake drama. Yeah. Like we're not even friends. So whatever. So then it cuts to like evening time.
Yeah.
And everybody's on the patio, and the big moment, like everybody's up there, but the real big moment is Cara and Juliette.
Yeah. So before we get there, because I wrote this down and I was like, it was actually a really cute moment.
Okay.
So like it was Cara and then Garrett, and I could tell Garrett was like tipsy because like he gets more confident when he's drinking. You can just like hear it in the way he says things.
Yeah.
Cara's like looking into like nothingness. Like she's just like spaced out.
Blank
and then he just looks at her. He's like, yo dog. Like he's trying to like get her out of her funk. And I was like, that's such a cute moment. Yeah. Like he was actually cute. Finally.
That's the thing. I feel like he has so much, like he put so much control in his life that he's like military style.
It's like what we were saying last week.
Yeah.
Like how he might have this like really this anxiety or like this fear that maybe it washes away when he drinks, so like it's not there,
just like anybody else,
like anyone.
But
so because he does sound more confident
or something, I don't know. But yeah, they had like a cute little moment.
I liked it.
They chilled. And yeah, so going back to Cara and Juliette in this moment, it was just fucking hilarity ensued the entire time.
So how? Okay, break it down. What happened?
So for the most part, Juliet's just like staring her down. Like I don't even know how else to start it, but like,
okay, how does it start though? Because does Cara say like, but why?
Why do you hate me?
Why do
she
you? Yeah, that's
says,
kind
like,
of
why
how
do
it
you
starts,
hate me?
right?
Like,
like
what did I ever do to you?
What did I do to you personally that you hate me this much?
Yeah, and she starts clapping back and saying like, you shouldn't have come to my party. Like, what are you doing here? Whatever, blah blah blah.
Like no one invited you.
And Cara's like so unfazed by it, which I'm like loving so far.
I'm living for this girl. Like I want to be friends with her so bad.
So like, what's the problem?
But what did I do though?
Why do you don't even want to look at me?
Yeah, like, she goes, you can't even look at me, bro. Like, what's your issue? Like, as if I like murdered your family. Like, like you can't even look me in the eyes. And Juliette is like a dog that's like, Alex is like trying to hold her back. Yeah. Like she's just getting more riled up by the second.
So angry.
She's like, you fucked my boyfriend. And so you're like my boyfriend's ex-girlfriend. Like, do you know how awkward that is to have around? Like, why would I ever want that person? She's like, he like fucked everyone here.
It's like literally.
Like, including the guys.
The thing that fucking killed me was like, as soon as she says that, like Amanda's like, that was last year. Like,
guys, Amanda was like, I've never seen a human being move as fast as this girl. So like, yeah, Cara's like, everyone like whatever, like other people have fucked like your boyfriend here, and then Amanda's like, that was like so last year. Does anyone want a drink? I'm gonna go inside and make a drink. And she like she bolted off that couch.
Oh my god, she's like, I don't want to be part of this conversation.
So fast. I was like, what
dying.
A loser.
I was like, yeah, you literally fucked him. So just don't even start.
Yeah, and there's no answer. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, Juliette doesn't even say anything to that.
Exactly, and that's the thing. Like, just be real. You were insecure about her being there because she's richer than you. And she has history.
She's on Alex's level, not on your level.
That's all you need to say. And that's enough for him to say, listen, okay, fine, I don't want her around.
Yeah.
You don't need to be like...
she probably did say that. He has to do it because she's on the show now.
But instead, she's just like,
So now she's getting more mad.
Yeah. So because everybody's...
No, you don't know why I hate you.
Because like the best thing is the fact that like, no, everyone's telling like, rule of thumb across the board, this is like the universal rule of life. Whenever someone tells you to calm down, like you never tell a girl to calm down.
Yeah.
Like that's the last
thing.
So
what's the next thing that she says? She's like, but Cara's like, but still, tell me why you hate me personally. She's like, I just said it though.
Yeah.
You want me to repeat what I just explained? And she's like, trying to sound like all
how
smart.
did I personally offend you? Like, what did I do to you personally? Yeah. And she was like, you being here at this party is personally offending
That's what
me.
happened.
And she was like, but what did I do?
She's like, say it. Like,
I just told you this. Like, she's
like, did you need me to explain it again? Cara's like, yes. I can't. Like, say it again. Like, I want to hear it.
Oh my god, I was dying.
She's like, why would I have to explain?
And she's like, but can you say it one more time? And everybody in the background was dying.
Everyone, like, I was dead. I was like, this girl.
I was like, Cara is stone faced, destroying her.
She's like, now you're being a sarcastic bitch. Now you're being this. You know, whatever. She's like, no, I'm serious. Like, say it again.
I don't know what you're talking about. She's like,
oh my god, it was like dying. There was no sweat on this girl's face.
Favorite
like no
part
sweat.
Of the show. Like I was like so.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
And so I think that's basically most of it. She thinks that she's making fun
this
of her
whole
the entire time.
Like Juliette's like, you could like her face is getting like more like red. Like Alex is like holding her back.
Yeah, and so then that's kind of the end of that whole like conversation.
So Juliette also calls her. She says like to Cara, she's like, you're half deaf, half rude, mostly stupid. To Cara, she's saying it too. Yeah. And Cara's like, she's like,
I'm so done with this conversation. So then it cuts to, so now that that's over, Cara and Garrett have another moment.
I like this moment.
And he's just like, hey girl.
They're like definitely he's drunk. Yeah. He's definitely drunk. You can see it in his eyes. Like now his confidence is like skyrocketed.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're still a mystery to her.
Right.
And her answer is like, obviously. I love this girl. Like, this is the best answer you could ever give. He's like, you're still a mystery. She's like, obviously.
She's like
no shit. Like, no fucks given. Like,
shit,
like, I'm not going to explain myself to you. Like, it's just obviously.
Yeah. And like, why is she a mystery? I feel like she's so straight up.
She is kind of a mystery. Like, she is. Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, he goes in for the kiss.
He goes in for the kiss. What did you think?
Okay, so I was not feeling this kiss at all. I felt like he missed her mouth at one point. I need to go back and watch it again, but like I just felt it was like a little sloppy. Like I don't know. First of all, I just feel awkward when people have first kisses on screen.
Yeah.
And TV.
Was that that was the first one, I guess. First kiss. Yeah.
So already I was just like, ugh. And then I saw it and I was like, oh, are your lips like chapped? Like he had to like lick him for a second. And
wow, you like analyzed everything.
It. Oh yeah. And I don't know. It felt not natural.
Yeah.
In my eyes. What did you think of the
I didn't mind it. Like it was the most like passionate kiss ever, but like I just didn't mind it. Right. I think he was drunk. I think she was probably a little drunk too, maybe.
Yeah.
And
it's probably the only way they was gonna go
down. Seriously.
But anyway,
he just looked hot though.
He did.
He looked really good in Miami. Like I don't know if it was like the shirt and like the hair. Like there was just something that like looked really. He just looked good this episode.
He did. He looked fucking sexy.
Yeah.
He's a sexy guy, but. Just like nothing left. There's nothing left in there. So then it cuts to the next morning.
Oh my god!
And another one of my favorite moments of the episode, Madison and Chloe are just like talking about the day. The fact that these guys get like hand massages and body massages as they're having a full conversation.
I wonder if like the show pays for that too.
Yeah, they must. And the one thing that kills me is like, I need a reality TV show for all the workers that have to wash these rich fucking kids. Yeah. Like, what is this massage there?
Shit.
Yeah, talk about this shit. So anyway, Madison is literally dead ass having a massage.
Guys, wait for the gifs because I'm gonna roll them out so fast. Her facial reactions to what Chloe's saying is the best.
I was dead. So first, they talk about how Cara came back to her hotel room late.
Yeah,
and she's like.
And like in the same clothes.
She's like, ooh, girl. And she says how like her and Garrett hooked up.
Yeah.
And he went down on her.
Yeah.
I was like,
she said, she's like, we didn't hook up, but like he went down on me.
He like ate me out.
And then Madison's like, like she was so shook. Yeah.
And then she she says that Cara's worried though, because like maybe he's making it up for things that like
are lacking. Smaller. I feel like that was Chloe. I you know what I mean?
Yeah,
fucking Chloe just adding her own like drama in there.
Yeah. No, I mean, real talk. Maybe Cara is like being real about that. I didn't know if that was like a thing that girls do, like worry about the fact.
Just go and do it then. Like
touch his penis.
Yeah. Like Max is going down on you. Like come on.
Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, and like that's the thing. Like, were you guys like fully clothed when he just like ate you out? Like, I don't know. Anyway, let's move on because I'm starting to feel awkward.
But yeah, it was the way like when she said it, I think I was more gagged that like they even said it on air. Yeah. I was like, whoa, like they're actually gonna say it like that, you know? Because it's always been just like hooking up. Like in Laguna Beach, it was always like hooking, and I'm like, but what?
Like
what
they
did
made
they
it
do?
like a point to say like he ate her out.
Yeah,
Didn't show his penis. This mystery penis is happening. I hope we get the answer to that at some point. So anyway, this whole thing is happening, and yeah, Madison's face the entire time as she's talking is just like
she's
hilarious.
like,
yeah. So they do talk about Cara, and Madison does have something to say about it. She's like, I don't know if I trust her 100% because I just
the
thought
fact
that like,
she came.
She rolled in kind of random. She knew what she was getting herself into. Yeah. Like, why would you do that? I don't know what her intentions are. Do you agree or disagree?
No, I would 100% agree with Madison. Yeah.
Okay. And then she talks about Ben. And she's like, well, like, why would I still stick around with this guy if he doesn't really want to stick around with me? Mm-hmm. We need to have this conversation. I'm going to do it right after this massage. Basically.
Yeah. She's like, if he doesn't commit to me, like, we're not going to have a future.
It's true.
But I was like, but that's kind of what happens. Exactly. Like, if they don't commit, you're not going to have a future.
She's just stating the obvious is what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
So then it cuts to Ben and Madison on the beach. And
Ben looked so like, guys, I have never been like, Ben doesn't completely do it for me,
like not your type,
not like, yeah, but this moment I was like, yo, like daddy.
I mean, come on, he had his shirt off, like it's kind of
that's
unfair.
but like it was like his face too, like the hair, like the way he like pulled his hair. I was like
okay. You're like so
yeah, I like saw it. I think like I saw what she was seeing this whole time.
Oh, okay,
finally
got it. So
no, he looked really good. He looked really good.
I'll work with it. I mean, yeah, he's like ripped, whatever.
But that's the thing. He's not completely ripped. He's not Garrett ripped,
no.
which like he's like the perfect build. Anyways, fine. Let's just get on.
So then she's like, yeah, I'm glad you came, and he's like, I was glad I came. Mm-hmm. He does say something cute like, I only like, you know, Miami's Miami, but like I'm in Miami because Madison's
It was really
Miami.
sweet.
So it was cute.
Yeah.
I'll give him
She's
that.
like, oh.
And then he says it right off the top. He's like, so you want to be my girlfriend?
No, because she's like, okay, what are we doing here? Like, what's going on? Like, what's the situation?
Right.
And he's like, well, I've been thinking about it like more like here in this town in Miami. He's like, maybe my girlfriend.
He's like,
what? Are you there?
So it worked. Good job, girl. You got what you wanted.
You got what you wanted through manipulation and holding something over his head. That's how it happened.
I hope it's exactly what you wanted from the situation.
No, it was super cute. Past all the fake shit that we're seeing, maybe like he has made a much more of an effort. Who knows?
Right. Or maybe this is all fake.
But how's it going to work out? He lives in Texas and like she lives in Florida.
Long distance. I mean, Kelsey's
I guess
doing it, I guess.
Yeah.
Whatever. But
what a
she was
great
cute.
example.
She was like, yeah, right. She was like, about damn time, bitch. That was like my line.
He's like, you're such a loser. Because she's like, just like giggly laughing. She's like, oh, I'm so happy.
She is. She's
like, what's wrong with you?
For sure. So then it cuts to Cara and Alex talking still.
Yeah.
And this part
but they're at like a bar now. This is like the last night.
This is in the evening. And they're talking. Cara's like, I kind of miss you.
What did you think about this? It really like had me shook. I was like,
I don't know if I was shook by it because I just felt like everything was fucking fake. And like maybe she just was having a genuine conversation with a guy that she's known probably since she was a kid. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
I feel like there is history there, obviously, just based on their family history. So I wasn't really worried about it, but also I was surprised that Juliette kind of
she was so far away from it.
Yeah, she took a page from like what happened yesterday, and she was like, "I'm gonna stay away from this." And she's like, "Don't worry, I fucking see it." She was funny because she was like,
"I see it all.
I see it all. It's all right there." And she does catch them holding hands at one point. Like she grabs, I guess, Cara grabs his hand, and holds his hand. And Juliette's like, "Yo, why are you holding my man's hand?" Like she calls her out. And what did you think of that? What did you think of this whole moment?
I don't know. I'm so torn because I don't know how much is real. I don't know how much is fake.
Yeah, let's just run with the fact that it might be real.
If it was real,
would you slap that bitch?
I mean, I wouldn't slap her, but like then I'd be more worried. Like everything that Juliette's been saying, like maybe she was right. Like why are you doing that? Like why are you saying I miss you?
Okay,
like,
but here's the thing. I feel like at the end of the day, we have to just resort to the fact that Cara might be a shit disturber. She might be the person that does want to fuck people around.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Then Juliette's right.
Yeah.
Then she's been right this whole time.
Oh, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
And that she's allowed to be as crazy as she is.
Because she's right. Like the girl is trying to like come in on her man. That's what I'm trying to say.
I guess you can't have both ways, right? You can't just say like Juliette's crazy and Cara's crazy. Like you can't say that they're
probably both crazy.
Anyway, so the funny thing is not only did Juliette see this, but Garrett like low-key saw it, but he did not know what to do with himself.
He's so
he literally
weird.
literally stood.
Alex was dying of laughter. You could tell.
He stood in front of the two of them. He was like, "You guys both good here?
Like, everything's going good over here?" No.
And like Alex is like, "Yeah, like what are you fucking doing here?" He like looks over at him. He's like, "Get out of here!" And like poor Garrett, he literally, you can tell that he was just trying to beat his chest like a man and be like, "This is my girl now."
Yeah.
But like he just doesn't have it in him.
He doesn't have it.
He just doesn't have it in him.
He doesn't have it.
And Alex is like, "Get away!" Like just like flick him away. It's like so extra. Yeah. So it was just funny watching that happen. And then it was the next morning. So I guess they're leaving. They're going back to Siesta. And Juliette and Alex are waking up. And
she's bawling.
She's fucking
her eyes out.
Crying.
I'm like, what's going on? Like, did she get her period? Like, is she in pain? Like, what's going She's like, I hate that bitch. She's like, she ruined this trip. I'm like, what?
I was like, and he asked her, he like checks in. He was like, so her coming totally just ruined.
So Cara ruined this trip for you? The one that I like basically like set up for you and like almost paid for?
She's like, yeah. I was like, wow.
I'm like, wow.
You were that
what
easy to break.
Loser.
Like, you need to just check yourself. You had
like she was crying, guys.
Such a nice
I don't care how
trip.
fake this is. Like you're telling me she was crying.
Like she needs to get her emotions in order. She needs to be less like
I would feel
insecure about this all.
terrible if my boyfriend took me there and then I sat there and said she ruined this trip for me.
Yeah, like don't be so dramatic. Don't be so dramatic.
Are you kidding me?
It's not that big of a deal. You still got a trip to fucking Miami and you stayed in one of the nicest. You have a boyfriend who you probably had sex with the entire time. What's your problem?
Like why do you care about her so much?
You're beautiful and blonde. Like, come on.
Get over
what's
it.
the problem here? Like, just stop. Just honestly stop.
Just stop. Stop, Ron.
Stop. Like, fuck. And then the final scene that we see is like, I think it's Jared talking to Canvas again, being like, oh, the boyfriend's gonna come into town, whatever. And then it's like it keeps cutting to Jacob, and Kelsey's like picking him up from the airport.
Yeah. What did you think about this moment?
I was like ready for it. I was like,
he's
thank
so
God.
Basic, but then again, she is too. So
yeah,
like,
I'm not surprised by like how his like handsomeness or whatever. We don't know his personality just yet, but at the same time, I'm just like, okay, cool. Next chapter in this drama story, fake drama story. Let's get into our recap roundups.
Recap roundups. Best moment.
My best moment's gonna be that whole like standoff between Cara and Juliette, because I was like dead on the floor laughing at how unfazed Cara was while Juliette was just like losing her fucking shit.
That was the best.
Dying. It was so fucking funny. Not to like watch other people suffer is like not my like best thing, but it was just, she just killed me.
I think my best moment has to be when like Garrett's like kind of like cute drunk.
Oh yeah, okay.
And he's like, yo dog, yo girl. Like I could see that cuteness coming out in him.
Yeah.
It's just a shame that like every other time like he doesn't have that.
It's boring enough.
Yeah, he's so boring. But it was a really cute moment. WTF moment.
My WTF moment is gonna be when Ben says he's going steady.
Yeah.
Just because I was like, what the fuck is happening?
I was so shocked.
I was more just like shocked that it happened so quickly. I was like, oh, I mean, for her, it was probably 5 years coming.
It's but like 6 years in the making, bro.
But like, for us, I was just like, this is what got you there? Like,
dude, he looked so good in that moment. I was like, I would have done I would have said yes to anything.
Maybe like real talk, she
wanted it anyways.
It's not like she didn't want it. Say no.
But yeah, he looked so good.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked that it went down that way. I wasn't sure like now that we're talking about it a little bit more and I got a chance to talk to you about it, like, yeah, does Madison really want to start a relationship off with a little bit of like power dynamics already being played? You know what I mean? Then again, also, like, we don't know if he's been jerking her around this whole time either, you know? So I don't know.
Like, how are they going to do long distance? Like, what are the details? I want to know all those things before I like assess the situation.
Exactly.
My WTF moment has to be, I think, when Chloe tells Mads that Cara told Chloe that Garrett went down on her. I was like, what? I'm like, they actually like are talking about this right now on MTV. I'm like, damn, times have changed.
So yeah,
like if only like Steven like said what actually went down between him and Kristen and Lauren.
It's like, I just only ate her out that one time on Laguna Beach. It's not a big deal.
MVP.
Who's your MVP?
My MVP is gonna go to Ben. Because first of all, he looked so hot this episode. I don't know what it was. Like maybe he had a tan.
It was a sunset.
Yeah, like the hair, the beard. Like I don't know. It was like so many things. But I also think like the way he handled the situation with him and Madison. A lot of guys would probably be like, "What the fuck? Like we're not sleeping in the same room. I'm leaving." Right. Or like been crusty the whole time. But he didn't. He seemed okay. He seemed cool with the other guys. He was able to like be friends with them and go out with them too when she was like sleeping. So like he just pulled through for me.
On the flip side, my MVP is Madison, because I think that she played the right game. She got what she wanted,
why does
and
she
got
play a game?
Because like, he might have been playing a game this whole time.
But then leave. If you're dealing with all these games, maybe this is not the right thing to do.
Anyway, I'm assuming that they're not married right now, so like maybe this is
won't work out.
That is what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So.
LVP.
My LVP is gonna go to Juliette. I think not even the whole episode, but just that last scene where like she's like, this whole trip is ruined.
Yeah.
And like he's like, what? Like I did this all for you. She's like, no, that bitch ruined it for me. I was like, that's so tight. Like so ungrateful.
She gets so affected. She just gets so emotionally affected.
Ungrateful. And even if this is fake, like girl, you're still crying on TV. Like damn.
Relax,
like yeah.
Take it down a few notches. My LVP is gonna go to Kelsey, just because I feel like her character itself, whether it's fake or not, is just being played so wrong, and I'm not feeling her. I'm just not interested. I think that it's like really, if she is being her real self, I'm not down for her at all.
Yeah.
I just don't know what she's about right now.
I wish I could look at all these characters and just like them a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I always compare it to Laguna Beach or The Hills, where like these characters were likable still, like even though they had fake drama or whatever, like we still liked them, we like laughed at them, like whatever, but maybe because like there's so many of them in Siesta Key, like there's not enough time to really like dive into
appreciate them more,
to appreciate each one. But yeah, with Kelsey, like I don't know, there's something, I hate her more than I hate Juliette. Like like, I don't even hate Juliette.
Yeah.
Kelsey just seems boring to me. There's like nothing there almost.
Yeah. The
personality's not coming through. Well, Chloe has a personality. Juliette has a personality.
Right.
Like, you know?
Kelsey's just out here being like,
it's just something's like, I don't know.
a boyfriend.
The best line.
What's your best line?
My best line is gonna go to Cara when she's talking to Garrett.
Yeah.
And I guess they were kind of like discussing like the things that's been happening on like Snapchat or whatever.
Right.
And she's like, stories get people into trouble. Like she's talking about like the Instagram stories.
Yeah. It's true.
She's like, no, they get people into trouble.
Because he wanted, I think, to post
something.
them on the date together.
Yeah.
And then she's like, no. She's like, didn't you see what happened with fucking Kelsey and Jared? That ain't happening. My best line, actually, and we didn't talk about this in the episode, but it's at the very, very end with Juliette and Garrett. They have a conversation at the end, and she basically does say, I don't trust Cara. And she says, here's the thing about you, Garrett. You're the easy target. And I was
she's like, and it was so savage because she's right.
It's savage.
She's like, you're the easy target. People will fuck you over and like they'll take advantage of you. And he's like you did? She goes, yeah.
She's like, no
he's
lies.
like, you did that. And she goes, yeah, I did. I'm not going to lie. Like, I did that to you.
So
and it's true. Like, people do take advantage of it.
I feel bad for him. Like,
it
is the truth. And like, just hearing her say it, I was like,
and the fact that like he knows that, it was like,
he's like, it's trying to be part of the show and just make some money outside.
Yeah.
We have another rewinder who came through, our mommy rewinder, Becca, who also watches the show, and she had some of her rewinder recaps.
Yeah. So her MVP is Mads and Juliette.
Ooh.
Both of them. LVP is Kelsey.
Okay. Yeah.
Best line is Juliette. Is anyone else feeling awkward? Yeah, like me all the time watching this freaking show. Her WTF moment is Kelsey saying to Jared, we can't hang out. My boyfriend is coming to town. And her best moment is Ben asking Mads to be his girlfriend.
Okay. Yeah.
She also wants you to continue the Cali voice.
Don't worry, girl. I got you. So that's the episode, guys. Let us know what you guys thought about the episode. Before we finish off, let me thank our patrons of the episode, our lit rewinders, Tina Ann, Nama, Sarge, Serena, Kaylee, and our mommy rewinders, Becca, Sarah, and Tamila.
And if you would like to join our Patreon family, check us out at patreon.com/recap_rewind. If you join, you'll get access to all things Recap Rewind, exclusive contests, content, and updates.
And also make sure you guys check us out on everything: Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, like all of them, Spotify, iTunes, and Facebook. We're literally everywhere, so just make sure you guys stay connected to join the conversation. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And review.
Guys, please, if you got to the end of this podcast and you do like us, leave a review on iTunes or wherever you're listening. Leave a review. It makes a big difference for us.
We'll greatly appreciate it.
And it's not, it's fast. So
quick.
yeah.
Just be like, you the best.
You the best.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.